But we do have one person that has signed up to speak, Mr. Rick Waters, to talk about the whole. If Mr. Waters comes, we will recognize him. But otherwise, we're going to get started on our agenda. And everyone should have a printed agenda before you. And tomorrow, obviously, we will have a roll call. Then there will be a move to approve the agenda. Is there any questions or comment on the agenda tonight? Is that a long one?
That's a long one.
Longest one we've had in a while. But we will have an action item tomorrow to approve this agenda. Then the next item on the agenda will be to approve 3 sets of minutes. We have an April 8th work session, an April 9th regular meeting, and an April 16th planning retreat. Those minutes are in your packet, so please take some time to review those minutes tonight and be prepared to take action on that tomorrow. After we approve the minutes, we will move into visitor presentations. We will have 3 presentations tomorrow, and it looks like we're going to have one tonight. Miss Julie Sowell with Keep McIntosh Beautiful to talk about the cleanup of Champney River Park. Miss Sowell, did you want to speak tonight?
Just quickly.
Okay.
And mainly the reason I'm here tonight rather than just come tomorrow is to say Keep McIntosh Beautiful is participating in this coastwide effort. It's called, sponsored by Yamaha Marine, and it's called the Yamaha Breakwaters Coastal Georgia Cleanup. And they are funding it and organizing it and so forth. And we're one of 18 organizations taking part, and there'll be 10 different locations up and down the coast. And we decided, after looking at a lot of different sites all up and down McIntosh County, something near water, that Champney River Park was the best place for us to do this cleanup, which we're doing with the Oklahoma River Keepers. But the reason I'm here tonight is to ask you all if there are particular things that you would like us to do as part of the cleanup. So hopefully we're hoping to attract 30 volunteers for that. It's a very defined time, like 8:30 to 10:30. So it's going to be cool. It doesn't take up your whole day. I know there are a lot of other things going on that day in town and so forth. But if there were anything you wanted to do, like that maybe you've just been wishing you had a little labor to do, erect a sign or fix something that's broken there or whatever. I mean, you would have some labor, and we could try to arrange for some people to do that and let people know in advance we're going to be doing this X project there. So there's about 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks before the cleanup. Otherwise, we'll just plan to kind of do a standard cleaning up of everything. But I did want to just sort of plant that.
So is it primarily going to be the park, or is there going to be any cleanup around the water or anything, or is this just going to be?
No, it's going to be the park, the parking lot, the catwalk across there. There's broken glass, all kinds of things. I've sort of scouted around there. Debris, I don't know what the deal is with the porta potty there. If that's there all the time, or it's just, I don't know. But we are inviting people to bring their kayaks if they want to clean up from the water side. We did that for the dairy and waterfront cleanup, and actually got quite a bit of stuff from people going out in kayaks that's floated down or gets snagged in there somewhere. So, we're giving people the opportunity to clean up from the shore, all over the whole area covered by the park and so-called park, and then in the water too. So if you have there's some areas that isn't covered there that I know in reading about it, it says there's a nature trail that's part of that, 1.5 mile nature trail, which I'm not aware of. And this was in a document done back a ways for the county, I think, talking about the Champney River Park. Now, maybe across the street.
I should say maybe across the street, or maybe on Butler Island on the wildlife refuge side.
Yeah, but if there's something even on that if we had enough people, if you wanted people to clean up over there or put some signs up or anything, we try to accommodate that, to make that a better looking park, more functional park,
What'd you say the date was?
June 8th, I'm sorry, I didn't say it. June 8th, which is World Oceans Day. This is a World Oceans Day activity, and it's not by accident, but it's on that day. One of the emphases will be on plastics. As you all know, plastics have become a major problem in the ocean. And so, of course, we'll be picking up anything that needs to be picked up. But that's a major motivation behind this, is to try to keep plastics out of the water. There will be free t-shirts for everybody. Candy will provide all the cleaning supplies, snacks, water, that sort of thing. So kids are welcome. Under 12, if they please have a parent. We'd appreciate that, but we welcome anybody that wants to help us with that.
Thank you, Ms. Sowell. Anybody have any questions or comments from Ms. Sowell?
Thank you for all you do.
Yeah, we appreciate your efforts. It definitely hasn't gone unnoticed. McIntosh Clean and Beautiful is doing, Keith McIntosh doing a wonderful job.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The trailer is across from the park, and it goes way back, but it is a trailer.
Across the street? Yeah, okay.
Okay, again, Ms. Sowell, are you going to come again tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll have that presentation from Ms. Sowell again. Then Grady EMS will be here to make a presentation, and then Miller Edwards CPA Malden Jenkins LLC will be here to go over our FY 2018 audit.
Did everybody receive that via email? Audit?
Yes.
Separate. Yes.
So after those visitor presentations, we'll move into public hearings. There will be one public hearing tomorrow. We receive public comment on a pending alcohol license for beer, wine, and liquor consumption off premises at 13109 Georgia Highway 251 Southwest Darien, Georgia by Mattel Patel. All right, manager, want to tell us anything about that?
Where is that? What's the landmark?
This is the old Larry's Giant
Okay.
location. So, this application is for beer, wine, and liquor consumption off premises, so a new liquor store at the old Larry's location. Everything has been done in compliance with our alcohol ordinance, and it's ready for y'all's approval.
And it meets all the zoning
Yes, sir.
requirements, okay? All right, so we will have that public hearing tomorrow. There will be no old business, and then we'll move right into new business, and the first item will be consider that license. So we won't go back into that again, but we will take action on that license tomorrow, so please be prepared to do that. The next item will be to consider resolution 2019-4, authorizing a name change from the McIntosh County Department of Leisure Services to McIntosh County Recreation Department. This is an action item. Would the manager please speak on that?
Yes, sir. This resolution authorizes the name change from the McIntosh County Department of Leisure Services to the McIntosh County Recreation Department. Leisure Service Board requested this name change at their April meeting, and this name change will bring their department in line with other departments in the area. I did get those minutes, and I know it does say Parks and Rec. After talking to Butch, he asked for just recreation. So, but I mean, if we get that clarified with the board again tomorrow.
They sent it to me today and said, make sure it says this. And I said,
I thought it
okay.
said recreation and parks.
In the minutes, in the minutes, that's what it says. Butch, he said that they had re-talked about it as our recreation department.
Okay.
Do they do anything
But I
with parks?
will confirm that before.
Confirm the title change, the name change. Sir?
Do they do anything with parks?
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Okay.
Fort Barrington, White Chimney.
They do. All right, any questions on that name change? We'll get that exact name change pinned down, and so we'll take action on that tomorrow. The next item, number 3, but we can't talk. Consider agreement with Liberty Rolloff and Recycling LLC for construction and demolition waste disposal at the McIntosh County Landfill. This is an action item. Would the manager like to speak on that, please?
Yes, sir. This is our basic contract. This will be our third one that we have with our C&D landfill. This one is a little different than the first 2 that we passed. This customer wants to bring in a lot more than the other ones have. Our other contracts allow for a minimum of 400 tons per month. This contract calls for 2,000 tons per month with up to 4,000. On our other contracts, we allow 400 to 4,000. So this one allows 2,000 to 4,000. So the cost for this person to dump into that, to the C&D landfill will be $12.50 a ton, and it's a 12-month term on this contract.
Did I read this wrong, or did I calculate it wrong, or is that like $25,000
$25,000 a month.
a month on the C&D and about 5 or 6? Okay, so that could be a potential $30,000 per month.
Yes, sir. That's right. From this one person.
Does anybody have any questions for the manager or staff on that contract right there? All right, hearing none, please be prepared to take action on that tomorrow. All right, the next item will be to consider an agreement with Reliable Rolloff Solutions LLC for construction and demolition and waste disposal at McIntosh County C&D landfill. This is an action item. The manager would like to speak on that one.
Yes, sir. This is the same contract. It just goes back to the terms that all of our other people have. A minimum of 400 tons per month and a maximum of 4,000 tons per month. And their price will be $15 a ton.
Okay. So we already have two of them in place,
That's correct. That would be Green Acres and Sapphire Waste.
and this will be the third.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, any questions on this one? Contract? Okay, hearing none.
It's the same terms, just different volumes and a different amount because the other one did bring in so much more.
And we only have one contract now.
We have two currently.
Two. So this will be two additional
Yes, ma'am.
contracts. And what do we do with the proceeds from the?
It goes into the enterprise fund. It's only used for the landfill.
Next item, number 5, will be consider an application for rezoning 0.79 acres by Lavan E. Alston located on the west side of US Highway 17. Said property is bound as followed: on the north by lands now formerly of Ernest Churchill, on the east by lands formerly of Eulonia Union School, and on the west by the right-of-way of Interstate I-95, further referred to as map and parcel 0049B0022. The current zoning classification is R2, single-family residential, and the proposed zoning is for CI, Interchange, commercial. This is an action item. The manager, please speak on that.
Yes, sir. The current plan for this property is to erect a billboard along I-95, and this zoning classification allows that. So it has gone through all the legal procedures, and it has been unanimously approved by the zoning board, and there was no opposition in the public hearing.
Do we have guidelines for how they put, I mean, is there,
On the billboard,
yes.
we have a sign or something that doesn't address billboards. Yes.
Any questions on this rezone other than what's already been asked? Okay, hearing none, please be prepared to take action on that item tomorrow. Number 6, will consider an application for rezoning 6.65 acres by Linda H. Cole Daniels located at 3178 Pine Harbor Road, Northeast Townsend, Georgia, further referred to as map and parcel number 00600047. The current zoning classification is R2, single-family residential, and the proposed zoning is AF, agricultural forestry. This is an action item. Would you please speak on that, Mr. Manager?
Yes, sir. The current plan for this property is to erect a greenhouse and have a nursery there. AF does allow for that use. It has been brought before the zoning board. All the legal procedures have been done. It's been unanimously approved by the zoning board. There was no opposition at that hearing.
Okay. Any questions on this particular rezone? Okay, hearing none, please be prepared to take action on that one tomorrow. Number 7, under new business, we consider agreement with Felder and Associates LLC for architectural services for the McIntosh County Visitor Center. This is an action item. Will the manager please speak on that?
Yes, sir. We've been working with 2 architects to come up with a design for the visitor center at the old Wendy site. At our planning retreat last month, we did present y'all with one, and we came to the conclusion that we really didn't like that design. So on May 2nd, staff, along with Commissioner Carl Rafferty Manley from the Chamber, Clay Hutchinson, a member of the Chamber Board, met with Brian Felder to discuss his proposal and design. This is the design that he presented. We had one initial meeting with him, told him kind of what we were looking for, and this is what he brought back to that meeting for the design. If you see, it kind of resembles the Adams Street building. We all agreed that we did like this design and wanted to enter into a proposal with him, so I told him that I would pitch it to y'all. Let's see. Felder Associates' proposal is to design and retrofit of the inside and the outside of the building, prepare construction documents, assist with the bid process, and monitor construction. The proposed cost is a fixed rate, and it's $48,680 for that architectural work.
So there you have what the manager's saying about this architect and his services. Is there any questions or comments on this?
I'm assuming it's pretty standard with the extra cost for extra visits and.
It's gonna be a fixed rate of 40. I know that it's because he has some stuff listed, but it's a fixed rate.
Not to exceed.
That's right.
Okay.
Any of y'all happy with where you're at?
No, we're moving to now.
All right. Yes, that's what I meant. Where we are with this. How about that?
With that.
Yes.
We
Sorry.
did give Mr. Felder our budget. He knows what our budget is. He hasn't started pricing it out, but he knows what the budget is, and he will.
Okay, but we had a little challenge in it. Well, I don't think anybody, it was fault, but we had something just recently that came out a lot more than we thought. It was the fire station.
Right.
Okay, is there any way to put in checks and balances on what we're getting ready to do so we don't get a big surprise?
As he designs it, he will be meeting with contractors, getting prices as he designs it.
Okay.
And then we'll
And
go through the
he
bid
knows
process.
what we've got to keep it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Any further discussion about the Felder and Associates architectural services? Okay, we will take action on that item tomorrow as well. Then the next item under new business will be number 8, consider awarding Sheldon Fire Station bid to Dogwood Construction Group Incorporated in the amount of $319,850 and authorize the county manager to execute the construction contract. This is an action item. The manager, please speak on this.
Yes, sir. This has been a long, drawn-out process, this project. We did send bids that are an RFP back out in January of this year. We received bids on March 20th. We received 4 bids on the project, and the bids range from anywhere from $878,000 to $477,375, which was way over what we were projecting that building to cost. In 2016, we did allocate $160,000 for that fire station. After reviewing the bids and completing some value engineering, we have a final bid of $319,850 from the original low bidder on the project. In the contract, let's see, it's our basic construction contract and calls for the project to be started by June 1st and finished by the end of the year. Those additional funds that aren't in this loss will be coming out of this year.
And the general fund?
Out of the general fund reserve.
As reserved, okay.
So it's going to be completed by
By the end of the year. The contractor thinks he can have it done in 5 months, but we can get it to the end of the year.
What was the reason for the increase? Things that
When we originally budgeted this in this loss, we had built the Townsend Fire Station in 2011, and we doubled that price. And the markets have gone up so much since then, we just way out of the water.
Any further questions or comments on the fire station, the bid? All right, we will be prepared to take action on that item tomorrow. And then number
Can I
9.
make one more note on that?
Yes, sir.
This does not include, this includes the concrete parking lot at the fire station, but does not include the road to the fire station. So the road department will have some work to do. Temporarily, we'll have crushing going to the site until we come up with some more funds to pay.
All right. And the last item under new business will be to consider awarding the ambulance service bid to Grady Emergency Medical Services in the amount of $375,000 a year. This is an action item. The manager, please speak on this.
Yes, sir. An RFP was approved by y'all back in March, and bids were received April 17th. We only received 1 bid for the service, and it was from Grady EMS. This process actually started back in June of 2018. Grady's bid was $375,000 a year for 5 years. This would save the county approximately $357,000. After several meetings with the EMS director, EMS staff, and Grady, all of our questions as staff have been answered. We have met with another county that has recently transitioned to Grady, and that's Pierce County, and have received no complaints from them. We've called every county that Grady listed as a reference that's in the southern region, and I think we had 2 complaints, and both of those were contract issues, where the contract only allowed for 1 ambulance. It was 1 ambulance, but the citizens wanted more, so that's the only complaints that they had. Grady has also, in the contract, agreed to hire our employees as long as they are qualified to meet their standards. They don't have people ready to come in, so they need our employees. In Pierce County, when they hired every employee but 1, and that employee has been hired now that he's got his certifications back up to date. Their highest paid employee at the time when Grady came on was at $14 an hour. Their lowest paid employee now is at $16 an hour. So they bumped their salaries up, and we're ready to make a recommendation tomorrow.
It looked like you had 6 or 7 responses that I saw from
For the references?
and they all were positive.
Yes, sir.
Of course, they're going to give a positive response to them. Recommendations.
Right.
Well, actually, one of them I called wasn't really calling. But he thought they had worked through the issues. Any commissioners have any comments? I know we've had that packet for a couple of weeks now. And
A couple questions. Have there been an initial review of the credentials of the current employees and see how they matched up?
Not yet. They won't do that until the contract's signed.
Okay. And on page 2 of 14, I'm sure it's common, but I just wanted for my own clarity. Patients in county shall have a choice. I'm reading J on page 2 of 14. Patients in county shall have a choice in a medical facility to which they are transported. Does that go to Jacksonville Hospital as well as Savannah Hospital? Or what does that mean, their choice?
It's been interpreted, it's been interpreted to mean Savannah, Brunswick, or Huntsville.
Okay.
It's within the state.
Okay. Thank you.
And you estimate this would say, if we go with what you estimate, and you're pretty close enough, it's going to save the county upwards of $300,000 a year.
Yes, sir. And I don't think we'll lose quality of service. If anything, I think we'll do a little bit better.
any more questions or comments at this time?
Do you want to say anything about the contract now?
Yeah, I think we want to call to y'all's attention one thing about the contract, and that's recent copy of the contract. We've been in negotiations with these guys for quite a while, and they sent us a contract back this morning that had a provision in it for, it's the last paragraph.
Page 11 is the due diligence section.
And it's a repeat, basically, of page 2, paragraph 11, H. So what we're doing now is we're seeking clarification because the due diligence doesn't include renegotiation if something fails. It just provides them an out. And paragraph H is what we had negotiated initially, which would send us back into negotiations if there was a problem. It's all based on the information that's been provided previously, and if it was true and correct, and they find that if in the due diligence period they find that there are issues there, the due diligence paragraph that they've added just allows them now to terminate the contract, and this is before they even start. Understand? They won't start for 90 days, but during that 90-day period, they have that due diligence period. If you compare paragraph H on page 2 and the due diligence paragraph, which is on page 11, I think it's in different color on theirs, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's underlined on page 11.
Okay, if you compare those, you'll see that they're very, very similar in nature, but the due diligence paragraph that they've added is just a little more punitive in nature, allowing them to just terminate the contract. And what we want to do is get back into negotiations if there's some problem with the numbers. So we're still out there. We'll give you the final copy tomorrow morning.
Okay.
and the contract gives them 90 days from the date of the contract signatures to be up there. So that'd be August 15th.
Any further questions at this time for staff? All right, please take some time to finish reviewing that contract tonight. Be prepared to take action on that tomorrow. That is the last thing under new business on the printed agenda. I do see that Mr. Vic Waters has made it here to talk about the whole. Mr. Waters?
I didn't know I was late because 5:30 is what you told me.
You're not late.
No, okay. No, I'm here to, we got a problem in Belleville. What's new? But it's our road, South Avenue, where I live, has been surveyed 4 times by this man, Mr. Quine, what's his name again? I forgot. Quigley? No, this, Quine, I forget his name, but he's Code 9, that's it. Anyway, he told me himself, he's surveyed that road 4 times, and every time he surveyed it, he put the pin in a different place where he started it. But I'm serious, because the first 3 times it was started down at Pelican Point and surveyed up that way toward the Buccaneer, and then when the county paved that road, they started at the Buccaneer end and went down. Well, there was a 3-degree discrepancy. And that 3-degree, by the time it moved all the way down there, it had come out to up at Mr. Johns' property. It's 4 feet off. He had a fence there, went to court, had a fence there, but it pied down to 27 feet on the water. And so Mr. Tony Thaw's property, they sued, and they won, and the man had to move his fence. Well, now they've had another guy come in and survey the other side of the road, but excuse me, Ty came out, Patrick's been out a couple of times, Sean's been out. We got a hole back there that Mr. Jack Ward dug way back a long time ago. He was trying to make a fish pond, but it wouldn't hold water. And now, my land, not where I live, but another lot I got, is just caving in a sinkhole. I'm on my 2nd load of dirt trying to fill up that hole. And that's all inconvenient, and losing land is one thing, but the mosquitoes are unbelievable. And I know that y'all in Derry have got your own mosquito problems, but I just saw on the news this week in Savannah, they got West Nile virus, 4 confirmed cases, and I'm just hoping that those mosquitoes don't know that they can fly on down south a little ways. But we got a bad problem, and the other day I caught 2 little boys, about 8 or 9 years old, and they're playing by that hole. And David, I'm telling you, the hole's 30 feet deep, very tight. It's amazing. And so I'm just worried about the health aspect, the property aspect, and now Miss Swindell, Nan Swindell, is wanting to clear that road up. And the last guy that was out there last week surveying, he said, if we come in here and start clearing this road and take out this root system, says this whole area of Belleville is going to fall in that hole. And I talked to Ed yesterday, and I don't know what to do about it, because the piece of property that's in question, I got a plat there, but you couldn't all see it. The piece of property that's in question belongs to a whole bunch of people, all the Ward siblings. And we just don't know what to do. All the neighbors that surround the said hole, we all just kind of sitting there scratching, because we don't know what to do about it. And so I just thought I'd come in here. Everybody knows about it. Patrick knows about it. Dad knows about it. Ty knows about it. Everybody knows about it, but we don't know what to do.
Sounds like we have a plan. Do you want to speak on that, Mr. Attorney?
We do. The McIntosh County Code of Ordinances contains within a provision, and as well as the state of Georgia, concerning nuisances, public nuisances specifically. And if there was ever such thing as a public nuisance, it would seem to me it would be a hole as you described. And Ty, the code enforcement agent, is going to take whatever actions necessary on this nuisance. You have to keep in mind that this is something that you start out with a written notice to them, and you give them an opportunity to address it. And if they don't address it, then it becomes more and more serious levels. But it doesn't happen overnight. They have 30 days from the date they're served with that initial notice to respond. And it takes some paperwork over at magistrate court, but we're prepared to do that, and we'll start that process this week. that to me, this description of this hole, although I've not seen it, sounds like it's incredibly dangerous. Especially when you told me the children were playing around it, that got my attention.
And there's no fence around it or anything. I took a picture of it with my iPhone, but you can't tell. You can't see because there's so much growth over it. But the thing is about 30 feet deep and it's full of trash and stuff. And from what I understand, Sean said that all the family members, I think there's like 8 or 9 of them, said if they would deed it over to the county could fill it up. And but there's one sister that lives down in South Florida. She's in the real estate business, Martha. And she seems to think the Belleville property is worth the same as it is in West Palm Beach.
It's not.
Well, it is to me, but I don't think it is on papers, you know.
Yes,
And
sir.
so I just wanted to know if there's anything we could do about it. You know.
Well, hold us to this, but in 30 days, I think you'll see some action either being taken by the Ward family or by McIntosh County to resolve that issue.
Good.
Thank you.
Any commissioners have anything else to bring before the board tonight? Okay, here none, we'll be adjourned.
Song, big. Might be worldwide.
Hey,